The man quickly hugged his dog and hid behind a tree stump. Just then a giant worm burst out of the ground. Frank had no choice but to cover the dog's mouth tightly, trying not to make any sound. Luckily the worm did not find the man and dog behind the stump, and began to leave. But then the dog suddenly seemed to see something broke free from Frank's grip, and ran toward the river. This caught the worm's attention. Frank was completely desperate. With no other choice he rushed to his backpack, and pulled out a grenade. After the explosion, Frank barely managed to survive in this post-apocalyptic world, but he had only been excited for a moment. After getting out of the water, when he suddenly felt something bite him, when he lifted his clothes on shore to check, he found countless leeches crawling all over his chest. But what made it worse was that these leeches were full of poison walking through the forest. Frank soon felt dizzy. His head started spinning. He felt like he had eaten poisonous mushrooms. Not only did he feel light and floaty, but the flowers and grass in front of him even started talking.
Birds like these have an anti-venom, good to pinch for snakes and slugs.
Before completely losing consciousness, Frank vaguely saw a group of pale people approaching him, and among them was his girlfriend, he had not seen for 7 years. Was this also a hallucination? When Frank woke up from his coma, the first thing he saw was his girlfriend. He had been longing for 7 years. This was not a hallucination. His girlfriend and the people from the camp had found Frank poisoned while out searching for supplies. His journey of over 130 kilometers to find love had actually succeeded. He thought his girlfriend would be impressed by his brave actions, but her next words hit Frank like a hammer to the head.
I'm not the same person that I used to be, you know? 7 years, it's a long time. I've lost people. My mom, my friends. Last year I lost someone. And he meant a lot to me.
Frank was stunned. He thought he had found his first love again, but never expected her not to care at all. Sitting on the couch, Frank could not snap out of it for a long time. Finally, his guilty ex-girlfriend said that Frank could board the yacht with the people from their camp tomorrow. But Frank refused, because he did not want to stay here any longer. After his ex-girlfriend left, the captain sent someone to deliver a plate of berries. Frank picked up one berry, and realized it was a poisonous berry. He immediately knew that the man claiming to be the captain was definitely trouble, so he rushed to his ex-girlfriend's side to warn her. But the next second he was knocked unconscious. When he woke up again, Frank and the people from his ex-girlfriend's camp had been tied up. The captain stopped pretending. Turns out they were sea bandits, who survived by plundering supplies from other camps. Not only that, they were ruthless, and would leave no survivors to avoid future revenge. Frank and everyone in the camp would become fuel for the yacht's engine. Under the calm sea surface, a huge shadow suddenly appeared, quickly approaching the shore. Then in the terrified eyes of the crowd, a giant crab the size of a small mountain appeared. The so-called engine of this yacht was actually this mutated crab. The man thought he had traveled over 130 kilometers to find love, but instead was met with only indifference and betrayal. The moment the yacht started moving, he finally understood that the real monster was never that giant crab.